The big one that we're looking forward to and that's rapidly approaching is the T20 World Cup in Australia. Now, Australia are set to announce their squad for the tournament. There are some names that just pick themselves, like David Warner and Josh Hazlewood. But what are some of the dilemmas that you see the selectors facing when they're finalising the squad?
Yeah, I think there will be a few dilemmas that they'll be talking about. You know, one of those I think is someone like Tim David. Will he make his way into that squad? And you know, when I had to look through their squad today from the last World Cup, it's actually going to be really hard for someone like Tim David to break into that team, I think. I mean, just looking through it, I'm not sure who they would leave out to actually slot someone like him into the team. So I personally would love to see Tim David playing. I think he's the sort of player that could actually win the Australian team a World Cup in that finishing sort of role.
Nice looking stroke. He's really caught hold of this.
You know, if you ended up with, let's say it's Maxwell, Stoinis, Wade and David all in that middle order there, it's a really formidable late order striking team that no bowling team would want to play against. So that's going to be the one dilemma, how they slot him into the side. I think with Agar and Zampa, I think in the Australian conditions, the Aussies are way up whether they need to play two out-and-out spinners or if they just use the part-time spinner of Glenn Maxwell along with Zampa. But the fast bowlers, I think, are pretty much going to pick themselves. Hazlewood's been outstanding the last few years. We know Mitchell Stark's a walk-up start in T20 cricket, and Pat Cummins obviously there as well. So then you add, you know, some all-round medium pace with Mitchell Marsh and Marcus Stoinis. It becomes a really well balanced team. So I think the biggest dilemma they're going to have is if they can actually fit Tim David into the squad of 15 or not.
For the fans that don't know a lot about Tim David, what can you tell us about him and why should he be considered for the T20 World Cup?
Yeah, look, to be honest, I don't know him very well either. Although I'm the head of strategy at the Hobart Hurricanes, recently appointed, and he's one of the players in the squad, I actually don't know him very well. I haven't spent much time with him. I had a brief chat to him during the IPL this year when he won the game for the Mumbai Indians against us and knocked us out of the playoffs. I had a brief chat to him then, but he seems like a very relaxed, laid-back sort of character. You know, he's a big, strong guy. You know, he's probably 6'2", maybe, you know, probably touching the 100 kilograms, big, strong guy that can hit the ball, you know, as clean and as hard as anyone in the world, and he's a good fielder and can bowl some part-time off-spin as well if required. So, you know, he becomes almost a three-dimensional type player, which makes him even more appealing for the World Cup.